Hello there. You know by now what's up. New SMG4 video, I talk nonsense for about 4 minutes, and you may learn something you didn't know before. But anyway, let's begin. So, Mr. Puzzle sends Toop to the junkyard, aka where Mr. Weapons is. Puzzle builds the Mr. Puzzle signal enhancer and tells Toop to put it on any TV so he can rebuild Mr. Weapons. Toop escapes prison and arrives at the junkyard to connect Puzzles to a TV. Then Toop builds Puzzles a body to fix Weapons, but he complains about the body until Mr. Weapons interrupts him and tells him does he really want to spend the last few hours of his life arguing, and Puzzles asks him what does he mean. Then he realises he's on death row, which I had a feeling he was, but it was mostly No who thought of it, so I'll give him the credit because I'm such a nice person. So anyway, Mr. Puzzles panics and rushes to try and fix Weapons, but it fails completely. And while this is going on, Toop is acting really suspicious. Puzzles then gets cut off by one of the guards in prison, and the guard tells him he's got a phone call. So he answers, and it's Meggie. And if you remember in my video before the last one, I said I didn't want Meggie to be Mr. Puzzles' lawyer, because she's just going to have to forget everything that he's done. But luckily, this video answers that theory in a way I like, because Meggie says she's only getting him off death row, not out of prison. But she needs proof that he's changed or she won't help him. So he tries mind controlling the guard, but Meggie knows what he's doing. So he disguises Mr. Weapons as an old man and takes a picture and says he's been watching over this helpless man. Also, real quick, this is the first time someone in the main SMG4 cast has actually seen Mr. Weapons, but he's in disguise and Meggie doesn't know who he is, so because of that, she believes Puzzles and agrees to be his lawyer, but tells him to not try anything, but let's face it, he's going to try something. So then Mr. Puzzles goes back to Weapons and Toop, and we see Toop trying to do something to Weapons, but Puzzles tosses Toop to the side, and he says he's going to keep trying to fix Weapons. But then Weapons speaks about his children and how he's proud of them. But he says, guys like us aren't supposed to have a family, showing that he still cares for them. Then they get back to work, but then fall asleep. Toop then takes Mr. Weapons into the building there, and Puzzles tells him to stop, but he doesn't. And Puzzles tries to break in, and he does, only to see Toop putting a part of himself into Weapons. But it worked because Weapons is now fixed, and Puzzles tells them to go to the showgrounds, and Mr. Weapons says, okay, pal, to him. Then Mr. Weapons and Toop get going to the showgrounds. Then Puzzles thinks about Weapons calling him pal, and says pal to him as well. Then the video ends. So now I have a few things I want to point out and some theories about this episode. First theory, I'm not sure if anyone else noticed this in the video, but to me it generally seems like Toop likes Mr. Weapons more than Mr. Puzzles. And there are several signs of this in the episode, mainly the amount of times Toop smiles at Weapons. Secondly, the part of Toop that he put in Weapons could mean three things. One, Toop will control Weapons. I personally hope this doesn't happen because I don't want to see that. Second theory, Toop is actually trying to help Weapons. This one is possible due to what I said about him maybe liking Weapons more than Puzzles. And then 3, Toop genuinely likes Mr. Weapons and wants to help him. Like I said, this one is possible due to Toop maybe actually liking Mr. Weapons, because Toop mainly tried fixing Weapons after Puzzles and Weapons were in an argument and Puzzles disconnects. And Toop hits the robot body of Puzzles and Weapons says to him, yeah, you tell him. Also, I see people saying Mr. Weapons might die in this arc, which, yeah, is a possibility, but at the same time, I can't really see it. Because with Mr. Puzzles now, he was really only brought back last year because of how popular he was, and Mr. Weapons is popular too. Maybe not as popular as Mr. Puzzles, but I personally prefer him over Puzzles. But he is still popular, so I don't think they would kill him off, or at least I hope not until at least WODFI in October, because I want to see Mr. Weapons in WODFI 2025. So if you're going to kill him off, at least do it in WODFI, because I think it would be unfair if Mr. Puzzles got a second WODFI and Mr. Weapons doesn't even get one. So anyway, that's all for today. By the way, thank you for 100 subs. That may not sound like a big deal compared to SMG4's near 9 million, but it's big to me. And to celebrate this milestone, I have made a new channel banner, which you can see on the screen right now. Also, yes, Bob is kicking Boopkins off the 100 subs sign. I thought I should add that since it would be in character for Bob. Also, this is the most amount of characters I have used in a picture before, because the highest previously was 4, and this one has 22. 23 if you count Egg Dog. But yeah, that's all. Thank you again, and goodbye. Hello. While editing this video, I realised I didn't talk about something that I wanted to talk about in this video. By the way, my 100 sub special picture is on the screen right now, so if you want to look at even more, you can. But anyway, I wanted to talk about the fact how at the end of the video, Mr. Pozzle says to Mr. Weapons, "Sure, pal." And a lot of people think this is... There's some people who think, like, oh, this is Mr. Pozzle's, like, potentially regretting what he's going to do to the SMG4 crew. Which I personally don't believe that in the slightest, because to me, it doesn't make any sense. Why would he think about what Mr. Weapons said to him, and then all of a sudden turn around and go, I don't want to do this anymore. That does not make sense to me. The reason why I think he acted like that at the end is because, like, either one, he was taken off guard by the fact that Mr. Weapons called him pal, or two, he's actually starting to care about Mr. Weapons and Toop. Like, that's what I think. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I definitely don't think it's bloody he regrets what he's going to do to the SMG4 crew, because it was very clear at the end of WOD 2024 that he wants revenge. But, you know, that's just me. So, anyway, this is it for real this time. Hopefully, I better not have to make another one of these. Until next week, anyway. So, yeah, bye.